Hey guys, Robert with Mitten State Bushcraft. Lily and I are out here just doing a woods walk and seeing what we see. The mosquitoes are horrendous. And next week we are supposed to have a wilderness skills training here in this location, right here. We walked down by the creek and you had to get as far away from the creek as possible. The creek is still quite a ways away from right here, but the mosquitoes right here are terrible. But I wanted to get out here and check the area and see what was going on and make sure everything was the way it is supposed to be out here. We got word that the township supervisor around here is trying to block access to the forest. We're in Manistee National Forest in Cedar Creek. She is the Cedar Creek, Michigan town supervisor, and she lives adjacent to, her property backs up to the National Forest. And in years past, in times past, we've had our own problems with her harassing people out here for riding dirt bikes. There's 10 miles of dirt bike trails here, okay? Snowmobile trails, campers, hunters, and Cedar Creek is a well-known brook trout fishery. So there's a lot of people here that use this. And it's federal land, it's public land. But we drive past her driveway to get access here. It's a township road, it's an unimproved road. It's not plowed in the wintertime, it's not paved, it's a dirt road. Wow, these mosquitoes are horrendous, they're killing me. And so we go past her driveway to get here. And what she wants to do is, as you go past her driveway and go over a hill, she wants that blocked off. Now, the adjacent township, Holton Township, is the one that put out the memo and said, you know, she's talking about this stuff and she hasn't even contacted the other township. Now, this other township, Holton Township, the other half of the road that she wants blocked is in their township. And they're saying, no, you can't do that. So my problem with this is that this is a person that became the township supervisor, got a position in politics to further her own agenda. And her own agenda has always been to be out here and tell people what she could, what they could and could not do. People shoot out here. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, sometimes you hear, you know, shooting in the background. There's a couple different places that people shoot around here, and they're approved ranges. They're pretty safe, you know. They're shooting into the sides of hills with plenty of backstop, and the power lines where really nobody else is going to be on the power lines. You know, there's 2 tracks and stuff. Anyway, she really has no business telling us, okay? And what makes it worse is that she's using political clout to try to do it. You know, I consider it an abuse of power, okay? And I think it's wrong. You know, she has no business trying to keep anybody out of here. Other than that road that passes her driveway, there is no, well, I shouldn't say there is no access. There's another access road in, which is in Holton Township, the other half of the road that she's trying to block. But it's really difficult to navigate. It's very windy and very narrow. Other than that, there's no place for a vehicle to access here. You would have to hike miles into the woods which for some of us that's not an issue, but people come out here and they bring their kids hiking and mushroom hunting and foraging and all kinds of stuff. For those families that want to bring their kids out here, they probably don't want to hike a couple miles down the road and then into the woods to their favorite location. So I really don't know what to do about it. I know that there's a road commission meeting on Wednesday. I plan on attending. I'm gonna attend some township meetings and stuff like that and see if my voice can be heard. And I'm gonna contact everybody I can. I'm gonna contact the Department of Forestry here, the office here. I'm gonna contact the DNR and everything. years ago, we had an outing going on here, and this very same person who was not in politics at that time, she called the sheriff's department on us, which has no jurisdiction out here. She called the state DNR, Department of Natural Resources, on us, which has jurisdiction out here if we're hunting, and we weren't hunting. And she called the Department of Forestry, which has jurisdiction here. She called our congressman, she called the newspaper. We came out and we had a newspaper reporter out here and all kinds of silly stuff. Long story short, the Department of Forestry told her, mind your own business, they have every right to access public land. And if more than 50 people in their group, they have to have a special use permit, which there wasn't 50 people in the group. But she just likes to make waves. I don't know how you guys can help me. Maybe you guys know who I can contact and everything about this, that maybe even higher than the Department of Natural Resources and the Forestry Division and all kinds of stuff like that. But I believe this is wrong. We hate it when corporations do this stuff and they want to buy federally owned property for strip mining, and they want to close property off to hikers and hunters and fishermen and, you know, birders and stuff like that, you know, for corporate reasons, you know, corporate greed and stuff like this. But this is personal greed. You know, this is her agenda because her property borders the national forest several miles from here. You know, her agenda is to ensure that nobody else can use it, you know. Because as we all know, if there's no access roads that go through the thousands of acres of forest, nobody's going to come out here. There's not many people that are going to hike miles and miles out here just to go camping unless you're, you know, on the extreme side and you want to get away from people. But there's plenty of families here that drive in here and, you know, they go truck camping right off the trails and stuff like that. But you can see what I'm saying. And, you know, if you can offer any assistance or you know anybody that can, man, feel free to comment or whatever, or contact me privately at midstatebushcraft@gmail.com and let me know what or who I have to talk to see if we can put a stop to this stuff. I mean, it might be as simple as going to the road commission next week. It might be as simple as going to township meetings and exposing what she's trying to do. I don't know. It might take a lot more. It might take us contacting, you know, our state legislator or even our federal legislatures. So I don't know. But if you know, you let me know. Like I said, we're just out here doing a woods walk, fighting the mosquitoes because they're hell right now. These mosquitoes are hell. We're probably going to be calling it a day here soon. I can see it's got to be around 5 o'clock. But we're probably going to get out of here soon. But, you know, I don't know, man. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Lily and I are going to head down the trail and we're going to head on back home. Until next time, get outside.